Sometimes we say things we wish we could take back. Can't erase the words. You can only live with the memory of what you said or what you wish you had said. When my daddy died, he died suddenly. My daddy taught my brother and I something very good. We saw the contrast of the words we could have spoken or the words we spoke. And we discovered that we don't know for sure which ones of those trouble us the more. But in the funeral home where my father's body lay many long years ago, he died suddenly. He had worked 7 hours on my brother's ranch that day in saddle. He was on a horse riding, separating cows on my brother's ranch, getting ready for a big sale. And Dad still preferred the saddle and the quarter horse. And 7 hours he had been in the saddle that day and came riding into the corral and told my brother, "Man, I don't feel good." Laid down on the tailgate of a pickup, laid down on the seat to get comfort, got up and said to my brother, "I'm going to walk down to the house." Walked 100 yards or so down to the house to lay down. A few minutes later, my brother, still working cows, said to his little boy, "Run down, check on Pawpaw, make sure he's okay." Boy came back 15 minutes later pouting. "Pawpaw won't wake up and tell me if he's okay." So my brother ran, and Dad was dead on the couch. In the funeral home where my father lay in his coffin, they closed the doors at 9 o'clock and ran everybody out. They closed the building at 10 to anybody walking in. My brother and I were still there. We lingered behind after everyone was gone. We asked if we could stay longer after the doors were locked, and we did. And just my brother and I sat in the room, and we kind of took turns. He would get up and walk over to the coffin, and he would say, "Dad, I'm sorry. We never abused our father. We loved him. Dad never abused us, never raised a hand in anger at either one of us boys. We were just sorry we hadn't said enough." My brother, "Dad, I wish I'd have told you I loved you. I can't remember the last time." And I couldn't remember the last time I told Dad I loved him. Mine was 2 weeks ago, Dad, I said, "I don't have time to come see you right now," when you called and said, "I wish you'd take off a day and bring the kids up." And the kid had Allison. "Let me see my granddaughter. Dad, I'm pretty busy right now in ministry. I don't have time. I work 7 days a week in the church, Port Arthur." And then 2 weeks later, the phone rang and my sister said, "Dad's gone." And I walked next door and said to the pastor, "I'm taking a few days off to go bury my father. I'll be back when I get back." Oh, but I didn't have time. I didn't have time to go see a living father who never called and asked me to come, but he did that day. And now he can't know that I said to my boss, "I'm going, and I'll be back when I get through." Oh, how much that might have meant to him. But my words were, "I'm busy, Dad. I can't." And then between me and his coffin, they raised their ugly head. And they live with me forever.